1/100ths of a second ahead of Justin Ress, and only 23/100ths of a second ahead of Coulmman Stewart. And that's one reason why Jason liked his chances here in this skins race. It did fall apart after that though, Bernie. So I think this first one right here, Murphy was 91/100ths of a second ahead, sees Tom Shilds ahead of the 5th place finisher. So he's almost a full second ahead of the 5th place finisher, and that's all you've got to concentrate on here.
Murphy and Shilds in 1 and 2, Stewart and Ress in 3 and 4, Rylov and Grievers in 5 and 6 for Energy Standard, and Michael Andrew and Joe Litchfield in 7 and 8 for the New York Breakers. For the first time ever, we have backstroke skins. Only 4 move on.
Well, I think if it goes to 4, really, it's the 4th place finisher here between Carter and Manadou. They tied yesterday, so you've got to believe it's going to be Murphy, Ress, and Stewart, and then someone else.
Look at Murphy, what a turn. He jumps into the lead, and Murphy gets the win, 22-8. Justin Ress moving on, Coulmman Stewart moving on, and 4th is Joe Litchfield. Energy Standard, the defending champions. They will not win this match. They are closed out of round number 2 in the backstroke skins.
Yeah, and Rylov and Grievers both are out. And look at that, 3 Americans, top 3 swimmers. Boy, what a start by Ryan Murphy. Just exploded off that block. Look at that far left side of your screen, making it a little easy. He could have easily let back a lot on that race. He went faster there than he did yesterday to win the event. He was 22.99 yesterday, 22.8 here, 23.2 and 23.2 for Ress and Stewart.
Well, can the LA Current use this race to their advantage and try to jump in front of Energy Standard? So Murphy, Stewart, Justin Ress, and Joe Litchfield.
Really, the battle here, it looks like the women's 50 breaststroke, as you see the trainers working on the athletes. There's Litchfield right there. Murphy getting out of the water. Really tight between the 2 teammates, Ress and Stewart. You almost guarantee one of them is going to make the final, which is great. 23-20, 23-26 for those 2. Litchfield was 23-45. Murph does not have to go any faster. He could easily be 23 flat and make the final, and I think he knows that. I think he knows exactly what he has to do to move on to the final, and that's all that matters. He is the consummate pro.
Well, what a second year, maybe a little redemption for Ryan Murphy. He is owning the backstroke races so far in ISL 2020.
Yeah, you could say a little disappointing summer of 2019. He still swam great, won a lot of medals for the United States. And as I said earlier, still, in my opinion, the best backstroker in the world from 50 to 200. Still the world record holder in the 100 backstroke.
All right, they'll jump in for our second round of backstroke skins, and only 2 will survive this round. Who will it be?
Oh, toss up between Ress and Stewart. There's Stewart right there. There's Murph. Another great start by Murphy, 0.52. Litchfield also had a spectacular start, 0.49 for him. Ress and Coulmman Stewart are going to have to chase him down from that start.
Murphy, Litchfield, they turn first. Murphy is miles ahead of the rest of the field, and Litchfield trying to outrun Coulmman Stewart. It's Murphy moving on with Litchfield, the Breakers. They've got one into the final.
And what a swim by Litchfield. He just went about 0.3 of a second faster than he went, no, 0.2 of a second faster than he went in the first heat of that 50 backstroke, and it was all the start. 0.49 on that start for Litchfield. What a start for him, and you know, when you come down to these 50s, Bernie, you have to have full concentration. There's Ryan Murphy, 0.52. You know he's going to have great reaction time, but you just have to pay attention to the start and turn. The 50s just take total focus. You know, I said the other day that anybody can swim the 50. I got a lot of trouble with that. A lot of friends texted me. But, you know, in reality, you do have to be perfect in the 50, especially mentally. That's where it comes into play so much. This is Murphy's race, though, man. Oh, my God.
Wow, look at this. He scores 27 points. Jackpot time rule in effect. So even though Litchfield moves on, he doesn't even earn any points for his effort.
Because he got beat by a second. There's Dave Durden. You saw Dave Durden just shake his hand. That's the head coach of the 2016 Olympic team for the men for the United States, and is still the California Berkeley coach, the head coach of the LA Current, who has done such a great job in putting his team together, David Marsh, out coaching the Team Elite now, who have put so many different athletes on the ISL team, doing a tremendous job, all the coaches.
Well, again, we are just getting started. This is the first of 5 weeks. We have another match tomorrow.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
London, DC Trident, Aqua Centurions, Team Iron tomorrow. Check your local listings. It'll be on Sunday and Monday. But first,
here we go. You see the
final round of the skins coming up.
This one's a pretty easy one to pick, Bernie. Pretty easy one to pick. He may just steal the jackpot points again here. Wouldn't that be something? Callie is just taking it to these teams, though.
Yeah, Cali Condors with a 106-point lead. But first,
here we go.
The final round of the skins for the first time ever in the backstroke.
Another good start for Litchfield. He was actually a little quicker, and you can see all of a sudden, I mean, I'm sure he's trying, but it's worthless. I mean, there's no point. I mean, you want to try the best you can, obviously, but he knows it's over. And in fact, Murphy's going to steal the points.
Ryan Murphy, skins winner, 23-88, snatching the points away. But how about the Cali Condors? They get their first ever ISL win, defeating the defending champions. What a start to ISL 2020. For those of you watching on CBS, coming up next, North Carolina takes on Orlando in the National Women's Soccer League. For Roddy Gaines, Mark Foster, and our entire ISL crew, I'm Bernie Gunther saying so long from Budapest.